गौर प्रेमानंदे ओम विश्वपाद परमं परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सदस्य श्री श्री शिवेंद्र सभै शरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। श्री गंधर्विका गिरिधारी की जय। लक्ष्मी नरसिंह अनंत देव प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। कन्नमंगला यात्री की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। It goes back. Different mic.
Rest of the mic को निकाल देते हैं, connection निकाल देते हैं. Now use.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Is okay? So welcome all of you to the Sunday Feast program. Hare Krishna. Is okay? Whatever we say, devotee association is devotee association. Very auspicious. We should take advantage. Today, as part of the Sunday program class, we thought we'll discuss on some important subject matter. Because many times during the journey or the course of our devotional service, we tend to take many things lightly, or maybe knowingly or unknowingly, we may commit also. So keeping all those into consideration, today we thought, why not we discuss something from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chalega? They're warming up. And today, specifically the highlight of today's class will be on criticism. Ninda, they say, no? Criticizing others. When we should criticize, why we should not criticize. Right? Criticism, we all know what is criticism means? Huh? We all know what is criticism means? To find faults with others. Arey, ye dekho. Ye dekho. Bahut dekha hai maine. Criticism, finding faults. Let's discuss about it. Shri Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Gnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Menaha Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Mukam Karti Vachalam Pangum Langahite Girim Itkripatam Maham Vandehe Shri Gurum Dinataranam. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Hena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadate Swapadhandikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajeevam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Shaha Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sundhibhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvise Namaha Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmanayataya Cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Suti Devi Pranamami Haripriye Namamo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami iti namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauramani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jagannath Puri, it was the headquarters of Sriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We all know that. How he did all various leelas with his devotees. We have heard ample number of times. So when such pastimes was happening in Jagannath Puri, for a change, one sannyasi devotee appeared, came to Jagannath Puri. And this particular sannyasi's name is Ramachandra Puri. We have heard about him? Ramachandra Puri. Ramachandra Puri, he is the god brother of Ishvara Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's spiritual master. So he is spiritual master's god brother for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Ramachandra Puri. Why are we discussing about Ramachandra Puri? Very important, very important. Just like in our corporate industry, we use the word SME. SME, subject matter expert. Yes? Subject matter expert. Correct? We use this. He is very good in Oracle financials and something like that. Subject matter expert. Ramachandra Puri was a subject matter expert in criticizing others, finding faults in others. Nobody could beat him here. He was a DT of criticism. So we are talking about it. If we are inspired, we can follow him. If not, we can reject him. Criticism, finding faults with everybody. We have seen this. We have come across people finding faults with others. Have you come across this, Mataji?
Yes.
You are from which group? Whose group you are? Haribol. You see people find faults with others. You have come across?
Yes. People are there who is never satisfied. Whatever you do, you say it is always a fault. They always try to search some fault and criticize you on that.
अच्छा लगता है आपको सुनने में? बिल्कुल नहीं. You don't feel it. So we'll discuss about today very quick. And Arjuna Prabhu, how much time?
Yeah, 1 hour.
1 hour. So you're going to stop generally at what time? 12:15. I'll stop at 12:15. Okay?
12:20.
Okay. Including question answers. Okay?
No, question answer we have 10 minutes extra.
Oh, is it? So when Ramachandra Puri arrived, Paramananda Puri was also another god brother of him actually. He received him, he welcomed him, and naturally when the two god brothers meet, what they do? They'll embrace lovingly. Yes or no? There'll be some courteous words, they'll talk to each other, they'll discuss about the Lord, all such things, such things happened here also. Mahaprabhu was also there, and he also offered obeisances. Mahaprabhu was very fearful because he was his spiritual master's god brother, Ishwar Puri, Ramachandra Puri. So naturally, he was very respectful, and he paid obeisances, and Ramachandra Puri, he embraced him also. So when such a sadhu or a sannyasi comes, what is the best one can offer? The best one can offer is nicely offered foodstuff. Nicely offered foodstuff to the Lord and given to the devotees as prasadam. That is the best way to serve basically. So what happened when Ramachandra Puri came? We have heard the name of Jagadananda Pandit. Jagadananda Pandit in Chaitanya Leela. We have heard? Anybody has heard? Jagadananda Pandit? Oh Krishna, that means there is scope for me to preach. Okay. Very, very close associate of Lord Jagadananda Pandit, very, very close associate. So he came, he told Maharaj, you have come to Jagannath Puri and I welcome you at my house, you should come and take prasadam. And he agreed, Ramachandra Puri agreed. You know who is this Jagadananda Pandit? Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to be very careful dealing with him because very angry. There was one queen in Dwarka who was very, very angry and very proud. That was her mood in serving Dwarkadish. That Mataji's name is Satyabhama, correct? And the same Satyabhama in Mahaprabhu's Leela is Jagadananda Pandit. Shri Jagadananda Pandit ki he called for the prasadam. So naturally what happened? Very respectfully, Ramachandra Puri was served very sumptuously. A lot of prasadam was served. Once that was done, then he thought, okay, Jagadananda Pandit, so nicely, religiously you have served me. Can you please sit? I will also serve you whatever is left. Here, the intention is hinted by the author, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj, saying that his intention was, of course, he wants to serve. In that service also, he looks where I can find his fault and criticize him. Because he's a deity, He's a deity of criticism. Every act, our Acharya suggested, look at the person's 8 good qualities and neglect the 2 bad qualities. That is what is taught by our great Acharyas. Just like a honeybee sucks only the nectar. It doesn't see other things. Only the ants. It goes to the place where there are pus and sore and other things. We should not become like that. We should become like honeybee. Look at the good qualities in others and neglect the others. But here, this Mahashai is expert in finding faults in everything. Then he told, "Theek hai, bahut ho gaye, abhi tu baith. Khao, acha khao." He served him. Enough, Maharaj, I am done. Nahi, Jagadananda Pandit, you should eat, Eat nicely. Okay, eat. Oh, okay, I'm really done. Like full, I'm full. Okay, you are full. Then Ramachandra Puri, he says, and when he washed his hands, our Jagadananda Puri washed his hands and came back, he started commenting, acha kaya, acha, very nice. You see, Jagadananda Pandit, I have heard that the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eat more than necessary. Now I have directly seen this happening. Are Baba, feeding a sannyasi too much breaks his regulatory principles and his renunciation will be destroyed. मैंने सोचा, like I just thought, I was just testing how you will eat. You eat nicely, and you claim yourselves to be a great devotee. What sort of a devotee are you? These were his comments. Pura kilaya, gar gar bula ke. In his own house only, he's giving back. Wo bhi in his own house, Jagadan Pandit ke ghar mein, pura, like he made him eat and he's commenting. Because he's a deity, deity of criticism. Varna, food doesn't get digested, Tapan Prabhu. Agar criticize nahi kiya na, prasadam khaya na, digest nahi hota hai. We had to criticize here. Let us see the disadvantages of criticism in this chapter. Okay? So he was criticized like that. And it is told here, the characteristics of Ramachandra Puri was that first he would induce someone to eat more than necessary, then he would criticize. This is his usual thing actually. And somehow he used to get some sort of a ananda, whatever it is. And it is told, formerly, when Madhavendra Puri, listen to this carefully, when Madhavendra Puri was at the last stage of his life, Ramachandra Puri, he went to his staying place. He was an initiated disciple of Sripada Madhavendra Puri. We might have heard Madhavendra Puri's name. Yes, we might have heard Madhavendra Puri's name. He was a disciple of him, just like Srila Ishwara Puri is also a disciple of Madhavendra Puri. He was a disciple. Madhavendra Puri, is no ordinary personality. He is a celebrated Acharya. When he was in Vrindavan, if I am not wrong, I think he was the one who got the deity of our Nathji, correct? Right? You would have seen in Rajasthan, Nathdwar, Nathji, the deity. He is the one who first got that deity, and of course that went to Nathji and installed all that, So many pastimes related to Madhavendra Puri. He is not an ordinary Acharya. When he was in Odisha, Balasore mein, Kshirchor Gopinath. You have gone there? Kshirchor Gopinath? Who has gone to Kshirchor Gopinath? Haribol, Haribol. How is the Kira, Prabhu? Kira. Oh, so nice, so sweet and so wonderful, because looking at Madhavendra Puri, Hari Vasudeva Gopinath had carried that particular pot and he had kept it specially for Madhavendra Puri, because he wanted Madhavendra Puri to taste this. So why I am telling all these things is Lord has played Leela with this celebrated Acharya. Madhavendra Puri. Not ordinary. Srila Prabhupada comments in this particular chapter, anybody who has sown the first seed of Krishna Bhakti in this universe, that is Madhavendra Puri. Sripada Madhavendra Puri ki Jai. No ordinary Acharya. Such a celebrated spiritual master's disciple is Ishwara Puri on the one side and Ramachandra Puri on the other side. Just see the contrast. We'll see that. The deity of criticism, Ramachandra Puri. So, when he was at the last stage of his life, Madhavendra Puri, naturally he was sleeping on a bed and sometimes used to shout, "Oh Krishna! Oh Mathuranatha! When shall I come to you? When will I meet you? Why you have left me? I have become so, neglected by you." He was shouting like that. So when this Ramachandra Puri comes and he hears that, see, he's a deity, he's a deity of criticism. So he said, "Arey Baba, this Acharya, my spiritual master," he says, is a liberated personality. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, na shoshati na kankshati, neither laments nor he expects something. Here he is lamenting. Arey, oh! What sort of a liberated personality is? He is commenting on his own spiritual master. Look at the subject matter expert nature. He has not left his spiritual master also. This is the level the criticism grows. It grows just like Bhakti Lada Bija. It grows. No, criticism also grows till spiritual master and finally the Lord. We should be very careful. Don't pour fertilizer, water, anything to the criticism. Anybody you hear criticizing somebody, you dandavat and move away. Don't hear, you don't criticize. Very, very offensive. Right? So, he did not leave his spiritual master also. And he was chastising, Thus, Ramachandra Puri was so foolish that he fearlessly dared to instruct his own spiritual master. Look at the offensive nature. Looking at this, Madhavendra Puri naturally got very much angry. He said, "Oh, you sinful rascal, please get out. Please get out. Day in and day out, I am struggling in my separation with Mathuranath. I really want to go out. Go to him. With that pain I am struggling, over that you are coming and giving me pain and try to understand." Because he developed this offensive nature, no? Naturally they become impersonalist. And he acquired some specific certification, just like AWS certification and other certification. He acquired certification in impersonalism also. He was talking about Brahman and giving Gyan to the spiritual master. And he says, this foolish rascal coming and give me Gyan on impersonalism. Because these acharyas stood their ground to defeat impersonalism. Madhva Parampara, Mahaprabhu's Parampara. Yes or no? And he was talking, giving Gyan to Madhavendra Puri on impersonalism. Naturally, he was very angry. He told, get out. If I see your face when I go away, I will never get liberated. Please, ek seva karo, get out. Imagine a spiritual master has to say, get out. That means what trauma he might have given. How great he might be. Who? Ramachandra Puri in criticism. Yes or no? And another thing is, when criticism becomes very high and high, first initial symptoms that we can see from them is they start tilting towards achieving more and more material desires. That is recorded here. Those are the symptoms we can say. They tilt more towards achieving material things, endeavoring more towards achieving material things. These are all the symptoms that's given here. On the other hand, Madhavendra Puri's two disciples. One is Ishwara Puri, Ramachandra Puri. Ramachandra Puri we spoke, and we will again go back to him. Here it is being compared about Ishwara Puri. How is this gentleman, Acharya Ishwara Puri? He was so glorious, such a glorious personality. When his spiritual master lying on a bed, with physically very weak, not able to get up. When he used to pass urine and stool, he used to personally clean, because Guru is Sakshad Hari. He was fully realized. He used to personally clean the urine and stool. Don't think when I use the word urine and stool, it will be like a nominal thing. It will be normal thing. There used to be fragrance, brilliant fragrance from that outlet, that things which used to come from Madhavendra Puri. That shows he is not an ordinary person. And he used to personally clean. He used to personally clean that, and because of this consciousness, he was so happy. And he always used to talk about Harinam, always used to talk about the different leelas in front of his spiritual master, and this induced Madhavendra Puri to think about the Lord when passing away. And he was so happy. Madhavendra Puri was so happy. He embraced, my dear boy, so much seva you have done me, I don't know what I can give you back. So much he was happy with this glorious personality. And he says, and he gave him the benediction that he would be a great devotee and a pure lover of Krishna. That is the benediction we should hanker from our acharyas. And that super example is Srimad Ishwara Puri. And look at here. Thus Ishwara Puri became like an ocean of ecstatic love for Krishna. On the other hand, Ramachandra Puri became a dry speculator and a critic of everyone. Everybody. He did not leave even spiritual master here. Everybody, anything they do, you criticize, find faults. Mataji dekho kaise beta hai. Find fault. Arey dekho kaise हंस रहे मुझे देख के. Find fault. And this gentleman was like that. And what we should understand here is Srila Ishwara Puri received the blessings of Madhavendra Puri, whereas Ramachandra Puri received a rebuke from him. These are the examples of the objects of great personalities' benediction and punishment. With this thing, he just exhibited, Madhavendra Puri exhibited how disciple should behave, how disciple should not behave in order to get the mercy of the Lord, mercy of the spiritual master. This is a great example. And days passed. So Ramachandra Puri stayed in Jagannath Puri for some time. And naturally, it's a practice whenever there is a sannyasi, they call them for the feast and other things. Correct? Very important. Correct? They call him, Maharaj, you come like that. But his nature, the nature of the Ramachandra Puri was in such a way, sometimes he used to go to people's house uninvited. Uninvited, and where is the prasadam? कैसा लगेगा आपको? Some uninvited guest comes to your house. Mataji, what is this? 12 o'clock, prasadam nahi hai. Like that. Like he was used to create some tremors in the hearts of devotees in Jagannath Puri. So, and again, his nature continued. Wherever he goes, wherever he eat, and he used to look at faults. That nature somehow continued. Side by side, when, just like we have heard, Bhakti Lata, Bija, it grows into small, plant, tree, it goes till it touches the feet of the Lord. Criticism also like that. He used to criticize everybody. He did not leave his spiritual master also. Now we thought, Mahaprabhu hai na, he is left. Chalo dekhenge. He was wary about the activities of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How does this golden sannyasi dance? How does he sleep? Kitna khayega? What does he do? All these things he was wary about. He was taking information. Kaise ye aadmi? Bahut golden hai, theek hai? Kaise? All these things, he used to take information from him just to find fault and criticize him. Because he is a deity. He was a deity of criticism. Ramachandra Puri. So, his only concern was finding faults, but still he could not find anything from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Arey, mushkil hoga. I'm trying so hard. I'm not getting, and I'm not able to digest my food. Khaya hua food digest nahi ho raha, kyunki criticize kiya. So this was his situation. One day, he happened to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his home. So naturally, when he came, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a terrific example of Sadhachar, etiquette. Though he was a supreme Narayana, his exhibition as a Acharya was exemplary, very exemplary, class personality. Naturally, he woke up, washed his feet, all certain, because his spiritual master's godbrother. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had heard from various sources how Ramachandra Puri used to scold, blaspheme everybody left, right, center. And here the author says that same situation he also found in his own home. So when he was talking to Mahaprabhu like that, he saw some ants moving in the room. Ants. Some ants moving. Then he thought, आज मिल गए. अपने आप को बड़ा सन्यासी बोलते हो. Golden incarnation. रात भर बैठ के you eat sweets. And in the morning, something is left over. That is why you see so many ants are here. And you say you are a big sannyasi. Che, Gaur Kaliyug. He leaves the home. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt, he felt little bit pained, like, Are Baba, kya ho raha hai? Why this, my god brothers, my spiritual master god brother, he told these things to me. Then he immediately took it so hard and he told, then I should be much more careful as a sannyasi going forward. And what did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu do? Suppose, let's say, every day if somebody used to bring one pot of khichdi to the Lord, or maybe sabji, something like that, he reduced it to half. Itna hi main kahunga. I don't eat anything more than like that. And his secretary Govinda, he told, see Govinda, this is the quantity that you are going to bring me every day. If you people, you and Kashinath Mishra, if you force me to eat more, I am going to leave this place. I have to be more serious. And this was not to their liking actually, because the Lord, is the Lord. He used to do fantastic kirtan, he used to give wonderful classes. He used to make everyone's heart, very peaceful. He used to give joy to the devotees. That was the nature of Sriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he told, because, Ramachandra Puri condemned him, he thought, okay, chalo, I will cut down my prasadam. Samjho, main pura ek part khata hu, I will come down to half of that. That was the thing. So, Govinda, naturally, secretary, he went and he told to all the devotees, this is what happened, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, pura is not going to eat like that. So, when they heard it, they felt as if their heads were stuck with thunderbolt. Thunderbolt, मालूम है ना? Imagine we are walking and if it hits our head, क्या होगा? Huh? On a rainy day. अच्छा नहीं है ना? So it is like hitting them actually, because they wanted to invite the Lord, inviting the acharyas, inviting the sannyasis, inviting the seniors, Vaishnavis, and feeding them is a wonderful culture, wonderful sadachar, and it is the best I can say. You know why? Desha kale cha samprapte Muni Annam Aridaivatam. You have heard this? Muni Annam Aridaivatam. Shraddhaya Vidivat Patre Nestam Kamadu Akshayam. Akshayam means eternal, unlimited. You know what it has been told? Why there is a focus on feeding the sannyasis, feeding sadhus, feeding the Vaishnava, Brahmana. High focus is given is, it says here, when one gets the opportunity of a suitable, auspicious place and time, one should with love offer food prepared with ghee to the deity of the Lord and offer the prasada to a suitable person, Vaishnava or a Brahmana. This will be the cost of everlasting prosperity. Mahaprasadam ki. You see the last statement. This will be the cost of everlasting prosperity. Who do not want everlasting prosperity? Please raise your hand. This is the cause of everlasting prosperity. Anybody wants everlasting prosperity in our life, feed the sadhus, Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, feed them nicely. This is the secret. Everlasting prosperity. That is where you see Jagadananda came and invited. Many Brahmanas used to come and invite Mahaprabhu, like that. That is a culture, because that will be the cause of everlasting prosperity. So let's keep this in mind. So like that, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had curtailed his eating capacity, and things were going on like this. Some days was passed in great unhappiness. Hearing about this, and Ramachandra Puri also happened to hear this news. Which news? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has cut down his eating capacity to half. Then he smiled, it seems. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, yes, cut down his, eating capacity. So he came to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it seems. He came to see, and naturally Chaitanya Mahaprabhu paid his obeisances. Ramachandra Puri smiled, and he advised, it seems. See the advice here. It is not the business of a sannyasi to gratify his senses, which is correct. He should fill his belly some way or the other. I have heard, Mahaprabhu, I have heard that you have cut your eating in half, and you have become skinny. You become skinny. Such a dry renunciation is also not the religion of a sannyasi. Dry religion, yeah. Arey, itna show off mat karo. Who is telling? Ramachandra Puri. He is telling to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he gives certain nice instructions. Sannyasi eats as much as necessary to maintain his body, but he does not enjoy satisfying his senses materially. What true hai? Thus a sannyasi becomes perfect in his spiritual advancement in knowledge, which is correct. Whatever is told is correct. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took the essence as is. Yes, I should not, as a sannyasi, I should not use prasadam for my gratification. Rather, I should use to further my advancement in spiritual science. He took it as is. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, my dear sir, I'm just like a very ignorant boy, you see. I'm like your disciple because mera guru ka, you are a god brother. It's my great fortune, sir, that you're instructing these wonderful things to me. Look at Mahaprabhu. Look at Mahaprabhu. He is trying to criticize him, and this glorious Acharya, the Lord, is looking good things in that. That is the glorious personalities. Always looks at good things. 8 things are good in a person, 2 are bad. Keep the 2 away. Look at the 8. If possible, rectify the 2. But look at the 8 and move on in life. Not that, ये दोनों कोई पकड़ के बैठना जिंदगी भर. No. Look at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He appreciated the words of Ramachandra Puri. Next day, Paramananda Puri, also another god brother we told, no? He approached along with other devotees, and there was with humility and with submission they told Paramananda Puri is telling, my god brother Ramachandra Puri, I know he is like that, he is a great critic. He is always like that. If you give up eating because of his words, what will be the profit, my lord? What will be the profit? It is the nature of Ramachandra Puri that first he lets eat as much as desired, and if one does not eat than necessary, with great attention, he makes him eat more. In this way, he induces him, and he says, you eat so much. Sometimes he says to him, how much money do you have in your treasury? Itna kha rahe hai na baith ke. Like that, Ramachandra Puri. He comments all these things. Kitna hai tumhare treasury mein? So much you eat Mahaprasadam. Like that, he was a deity of criticizing others. Criticizing others. 2 things we should understand here, very important things here. The 2 kinds of activities rejected in the revealed scriptures constituted his daily affairs. Ramachandra Puri's daily affairs. 2 rejected things in the Vedic scripture. It's been told here, one should see that because of the material nature and the living entity, this universe is acting uniformly. When the jiva or the soul comes in contact with Prakriti, things happens uniformly. That is what it has been mentioned. That is the reason one should neither praise nor criticize the characteristics or activities of others. Jitna praise karna hai karo, zyada nahi. Criticism bhi should be constructive, should not be destructive criticism. That is exactly told. 2 things are forbidden. In these 2 things, that one should not praise and one should not criticize. These are the 2 things mentioned in the real scripture. But Ramachandra Puri took the first one, he rejected the first one. He never used to praise others. He took the second one, which one should have abstained, but he broke that also. He used to criticize. That means we should balance out in these 2 activities. Even when there are hundreds of good qualities, a critic does not consider them. Rather, he attempts by some trick to point out a fault in those activities. One should not therefore follow the principles of Ramachandra Puri. Nevertheless, I have to say something against him, Mahaprabhu, because he is making our hearts very, very unhappy. So please, my Lord, leave that and please start consuming the prasadam as you used to take before. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was not happy with this because Ramachandra Puri was also there. He used to treat him as a spiritual master. He just followed his instruction. On the contrary, whenever Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, and other devotees, whenever they used to call Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for prasadam, he was not in a position to say no. He used to go and take. He used to go and take. Because he cannot say no for those devotees. It may be Gadadhar Pandit, it may be Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, or it may be Bhagavan Acharya. Such devotees comes, he used to take. Why this contrary things has given? Very nicely author mentions here. Sometimes Mahaprabhu used to behave as a very normal personality. Sometimes he used to behave like a supreme lord. Sometimes he used to treat Ramachandra Puri as a disciple. Correct? He was his spiritual master's godbrother. Sometimes he used to treat him as a straw in the street, it seems. Both the qualities we could see, because that is how it is. That is how the nature of Mahaprabhu, because he is Bhakta Bhagavan. He is a devotee first and he is the Lord also. Those mixture are there. That is why you could see both things in Mahaprabhu's behavior. So Ramachandra Puri stayed in Jagannath Puri for some time, and as a customary, these sannyasis, they don't stay in one place, they go one place to another place. So he thought he wants to leave Jagannath Puri and he wants to go to other place. So naturally the devotees were all very happy. अच्छा महाराज आप जा रहे हैं, चलो मैं आपके छोड़ के आता हूँ. Like they were all so eager. They were so happy. So happy. So he leaves. And the comment here is, when he left Jagannath Puri, everyone felt extremely happy, as if a great stone burden had suddenly fallen from their heads to the ground. How do you feel? Suppose imagine, like a 20 kg stone is kept on you for about 4-5 hours. Or kade raho aisa. 4 hours. Somebody throws it away. You feel very nice, no? They all felt like that in Jagannath Puri. Hare Baba, so nice. So after his departure, everything was happy once again. Mahaprabhu accepted invitation as usual, led congregational chanting and dancing. Everyone else accepted prasadam without hindrance. Right? Without hindrance. Look at the summary here. The character of Sriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is full of nectar. Very sweet. Because the personality is sweet. Hearing about it is very pleasing to the ear and the mind. And the author concludes saying, I write about the character of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. O readers, please hear with attention, for thus you will receive easily the ecstatic love for the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Shriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. How the author summarizes here is, by hearing such pastimes, you will develop prema towards the Lord. Shuddha prema, Shuddha bhakti towards the Lord. That is the advantage. And also the author again, he talks about, I missed it actually, now I remember, he talks about the passing away of Madhavendra Puri also. Whoever hears about the passing away of Madhavendra Puri, they will become greatly fortunate souls. Sripada Madhavendra Puri ki jai. So, hai na? It's a win-win. You came to the Sunday class, we are going back, with a lot of fortune. Acha hai na, Thaman Prabhu? Hari Hari. Now coming to the point, so this is how the pastime. This is how the pastime. I have another 10-15 minutes. I want to conclude with certain things. This is how people used to be there, like Ramachandra Puri, always looking at faults of somebody, criticizing them. What happens when we serve together in an organization? There is a famous statement, no? Familiarity breeds contempt. What does it mean? What is the meaning of that? What is the meaning of that?
The
more you get to know about the person,
the more you tend to speak ill about it.
More you tend to speak ill about it. You become more close now. You will think, Are Baba, it's okay. He's also, like me only. It's okay. right? You'll start looking at faults from everybody. That happens in our society also, because you tend to move with devotees, seniors, juniors, peers. You tend to move with the devotees, and when you're doing service together, the natural thing is, we'll find faults in others. That comes. This is where we should be very careful, very, very careful. In our Kannada, there is a beautiful saying from the Dasas actually. I don't know how many understands Kannada here. Hari munidare hara kayuva. If Hari becomes angry, Shiva will take care, because he is a great Vaishnava. Hara munidare hari kayuva. If Shiva becomes angry, Hari will take care. Hari hara munidare guru kayuva. If Hari and Hara becomes angry, Guru will protect us. That is the divine nature of a spiritual master. And look at the state of Ramachandra Puri. He got rejected by such a glorious spiritual master also. We should never follow him actually. If you want to acquire subject matter expertise in criticism, finally we will be rejected by everybody. Anybody who criticizes others, pay dandavats to them from here only. Whenever you go to Venkateshwara Swami temple in Tirumala, no? From far only we'll pay dandavats. Govinda, 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 we'll go like that. Pay dandavats and you run away. Don't encourage criticism. Don't hear criticism from others. Very offensive. It will grow. Pura ho gaye, then it will come to the seniors. Pura ho gaye, it will go to the spiritual master. Then it will go to the Lord also. Acha, Krishna, blue color. Yellow hai to bahut acha hai. Why blue color for Lord Krishna? Like that. It will never stop. Disease hai. Criticism is a disease. Chhod do Bhagwan ke liye. Why? I'll read out certain statements as a summary. Please hear with attention. Very, very important for practicing Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Why we as a practitioners of devotional service should give up criticism. We should give up criticism. Why? Let's hear. Ek Krishna nama kare sarva papa nasha. Premera karana bhakti karena prakasha. Chaitanya Charitamrita. I'll read out. Simply chanting the names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Without offenses, vanquishes all sinful reactions. Chanting the holy names without offenses. We spoke during the leaders' meet in the morning, correct? Without offenses. That is why regularly practitioners should read the 10 offenses every week, if possible every day. Agar every day nahi hua, main bahut busy hu, corporate life hu, at least once a week. Read, avoid these offenses. Simply chanting the Harinam without offenses vanquishes all sinful reactions. Thus, pure bhakti, which is the cause of prema, will manifest. That means offenseless chanting gives us pure bhakti, which is the root cause of Krishna prema. Please try to understand. Please try to understand. Avoiding offenses, if you avoid offenses, naturally chanting nicely, it will give us pure bhakti. Gradually, that will become a root cause for prema, which I think Madhavendra Puri was so expert in distributing. Imagine on the contrary, there are a lot of criticism in one's spiritual life. What happens? There won't be pure bhakti. It is adulterated bhakti, and law of Godhead will never manifest. No prema. What is the use of a human life? Bulls or maybe some other four-legged animals. Life is better actually. What is the use getting the human body, practicing devotional service, and I want to acquire subject matter expertise in criticizing others? Shame, disgrace it is actually. We should avoid. Seriously avoid. If you find a genuine fault in others, with folded hand, with humility, go and tell them, Prabhu, this is torturing me. I am not able to bear the mistakes that I am seeing with humility. If they rectify, that is good for them. If they don't rectify, that is not my scope. Unka sardard hai. It is not my scope. I have to mind my business, sir. I have to mind my seva, my spiritual life. We are individually scrutinized by the laws of nature. I may be having my wife next to me, my children, my dynasty, my empire, my wealth, but we are individually answerable to the laws of nature. Individually. कोर्ट में they'll say no, मैं सच्ची बोलता हूँ, सच के सिवा कुछ नहीं बोलता हूँ. They say no in the court. Like that, when we are standing there, we are individually answerable. Only our sukruti, our good things comes with me, nothing others. Nothing will come, sir. Nothing will come. Okay? Now, by committing a small, seemingly insignificant offense. What? What offense? Insignificant offense unto the devotee of the Lord, even a topmost devotee who possesses the highest standard of transcendental love falls down from prema. These are the words from Chaitanya Charitamrita. You may think it's an insignificant, अरे छोड़ो यार, सिर्फ मैं एक बोला बस, क्या बड़ी बात है? Seemingly insignificant criticism, even a person who is said to be a topmost devotee, who possesses the highest standard of prema, he falls down, it seems. How serious and critical this is. How serious, Mataji? Is this serious? है ना? लग रहा है आपको? It is serious. सुनो, listen to this. Mahad vimanat swatkrit di madrun nangshati adurad api shulapani. Shulapani means Shiva. If one insults a great devotee, then even if they are as powerful of Lord Shiva, Shulapani, they will fall down. If somebody insults a great devotee, he may be a Lord Shiva himself. That means let Lord Shiva insult some great devotee, even Lord Shiva will fall down. These are the verdict of the scriptures. What is our situation, sir? What is our situation? Does criticism comes under our scope during our execution of spiritual science? Will that be under our scope or out of scope? Huh? Out of scope. We say, na, requirements gathering. Scope, out of scope. Criticism, out of scope. Out of scope. It is not under my scope. Let's reject criticism. Whoever criticize, dandavat maro wahi se. बहुत बड़ा आदमी है आप, माता जी बहुत बड़ा है आप, हरि हरि, Venkatramana, Govinda, Govinda, say then and go away. Don't hear to criticism, don't encourage them. Very, very offensive. If at all, we wish to go back home. If you don't wish, follow Ramachandra Puri. इधर ही रहो, रामचंद्रपुरी को फॉलो करो. You want to go back, follow Ishwarapuri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Last two statements from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very important for the practitioner, practicing devotees are very, very important. Mahaprabhu says, ए सत्य कही तोमा सबरे केवला ना जनिया निंद एब खरील सकला अरा यदि निंद्य कर्म कबू ना आचारे निरंतर विष्णु वैष्णव स्तुति करे ए सकल पाप गुजे ए ऐसे उपाय कोटि प्रायश्चित ओ अन्यता नहीं आया. Let's hear to these words from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What I say is the truth. Any Bengalis here?
I know.
Yes? Sorry?
I know Bengali.
You know Bengali. You are able to understand this, right? Whatever I am reading. He says, whatever I say is the truth. Who is telling? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Listen, whatever I am telling is the truth. Listen. If a person who has committed blasphemy, stop blaspheming others. समझो गलती हो गई हमसे. गलती होते हैं ना? हाँ? Error is, to err is?
Divine.
Hey, human, divine. To err is human. चलो यार, हो गए. both I was not able to digest my food, इसलिए मैं criticize की. हाँ, ठीक है गलती हो गई. If a person who has committed blasphemy stops blaspheming others, you have blasphemed all these days, criticized, find faults with others, now you stop it. For your own sake, stop it. And instead, praise Lord Vishnu and his devotees. What we should do as a practitioners, criticism हम used to do, है ना, वरना indigestion problem. Now we have to live. How to overcome this indigestion problem? Start praising the Lord and his devotees. This is the higher taste. Correct? To give up the lower taste, something higher you have to acquire. Start glorifying the Lord and his devotees. Then all that person's sins and offenses will be destroyed. Jackpot, yeah. हमारा पूरा sins and offenses will be destroyed by me stop criticizing others, by me glorifying the Lord and his devotees. मेरा sin, मेरा offenses will get wiped out. Listen to this statement. This is the right way to destroy one's sins and one's offenses. Millions of rituals of atonement means prayaschitta, millions of rituals of atonement will not destroy them. The sins, the offenses that I have committed, no, there is no prayaschitta is there. What you should do? I should stop offending going forward. I should start glorify the Lord and his devotees and no criticism. It is out of scope. Keep it aside. And lastly, listen to this statement from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I wanted to read one more, but I will not read because you will all go unconscious. Like then myself and Arjuna Prabhu have to sprinkle water on you to wake you up. I will not read that. But don't force me to read some other day. This is the last from Chaitanya Bhagavat I want to say. Renouncing criticism of others, Mahaprabhu says, renouncing criticism of others, everyone should please chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jap karo, don't criticize others. I will personally deliver anyone who avoids criticizing others and who chant Mahamantra. I vow this is the truth. Satya Satya Muni Tare Uddhari Bahale. I vow this is the truth. Please stop criticizing others. Jab karo. Criticize mat karo. If such is the situation of a devotee, मैं पर्सनली उनको पकड़ के गोलोक वृंदावन को ढालता हूं. श्रीमान चैतन्य महाप्रभु की I am done, sir. If there are any comments, any questions, you can add.
Last point.
नहीं. Then we both will have a tough time, प्रभु. हाँ, पानी रखा है. एकड़े प्रभु बोल रहे बहुत पानी है. ठीक है प्रभु, लेके हम डालेंगे सभी को. No, not today. Some other time. Some other. हाँ? नहीं. It's so heavy, yeah. It's so heavy. नहीं. मैं आपको रूम में अकेला पढ़ता हूँ आपका. हरी. Okay, any questions, any comments? Yes, Navadi Vishari Mataji. Give the... अच्छा. A comment है, criticism है.
Appreciation should be done and criticism can have to be avoided.
Both should be avoided heavily. बहुत praise करना.
और constructive criticism is allowed.
Yes.
Some examples of constructive criticism. How we will know that what is constructive criticism?
हरी बोलो. हरी बोल. Very beautiful question. प्रभु इतना तकलीफ हमको मत दो. Right? How can I live without criticizing others? Na? So Mataji is asking, beautiful question. Constructive criticism is fine. Destructive criticism is destructive for our own self. I was reading how we can criticize others is, if I criticize others, will that add value for my spiritual upliftment? Will that add value to the person whom I am criticizing? Will that add value to the society as a whole? If these three are fine, you can criticize. Whatever, when you criticize, you should get value add in it. The receiver should also get value add. Arey Baba, both galati I was doing, I should take care. And devotees at large should also be benefited. In such a case, or either of these cases, criticism is fine, Mataji. Fine. Some person is, putting a knife to somebody. Do you think we have to just see and keep quiet? We should say, you hopeless personality, don't do that. Don't kill. We should say that. Yes or no? Does that answer your question?
I understood this, like if that criticism is going to benefit me and the person and the society in large,
correct,
then only we should be
yes,
doing that.
Yes. Otherwise no. Otherwise no. This is very constructive because it's going to uplift my spiritual life. That is win-win. It is going to benefit the victim's spiritual life. It's a win-win. It's going to help the society as a whole. It's a win-win. Where this is destructive, this is constructive criticism. Henna? That is fine. But you want to finish somebody, completely finish somebody, or put them down, curse them down. And some people will be very happy. If they don't criticize and tell something about others, Are Baba, you cannot wind up things actually. Not good. Not good. Don't listen to such people. If you really want to go back home, you want to stay here, ek kaam karo, our devotees are very expert in giving altars in everybody's homes. You can put an altar and put a deity of Ramchandrapuri. Pura criticize karo idhar hi raho duniya mein. Agar you want to stay here eternally in this hopeless, miserable world, you want to go back, stop criticizing devotees. It's no. Does that answer you, Mataji? Any other comments? Any other questions? Ek minute. 1 moment. There is one Mataji. You tell Sadanand Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you so much for very, very helpful instructions, although they are very difficult to follow, I'll say. Probably about criticism, this constructive criticism, what you said, how to manage perceptions, because whenever somebody gives me destructive criticism, they call it I am giving constructive criticism. And when I give constructive criticism, even if it's for their benefit and for the benefit of society, they say it's destructive criticism. So how to manage this perception?
Oh my God. They say no, Yorker. When somebody is playing cricket, Yorker, that's the question actually. Yorker, pura, like that. At least from our side, let's try to give constructive criticism. If the person challenges you, you are scolding me left, right, center, your intention is destructive, how it is constructive? What do we do? Generally, what do we do if such is the case? Whom do we refer to? Whom do we refer to? Somebody wants to answer? In order to authenticate, adjudicate, validate, whom do we refer to? Huh? What is that? Can you loudly? Guru? Sadhu? Shastra. Just see whether if the Acharya, Sadhu and the Shastra, are they claiming these things? Validate this with the help of seniors like that and then give the comments. No, if these are supported, Let them think whatever they want. But if these things are nicely supported for your comments which you are giving to the victim or the intended recipient, please give it. And you say, see, this is supported here. It's very well supported here. With folded hands, you should say with folded hands. Humility is the greatest weapon, Sadanand Prabhu. Greatest weapon is humility. People think, in Hinduism, people says people are very meek, like that. It is not meek. It is a great weapon. Humility. Srila Prabhupada conquered the world through humility. First thing that comes out of a very wonderful person or a devotee is humility. It is the first fruit that comes out, humility. When a tree is well grown, a lot of fruits are there, nice mango fruits are there, it's a very well nourished tree. Similarly, a person's life, if you see, a person who is said to be a very nice personality, very complete, is not a half filled pot, he is a completely filled pot. No empty vessel. Such a person's nature, first thing you see is humility comes out. Humility comes out. You see, humility everywhere. Great acharyas, humility comes out. So humility is the great weapon. With humility, I think we should go with this all backups and then give the criticism. That is no problem. If they don't accept, what can we do? Does that answer you, Sadanand Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hari Hari. Yes, Mataji. Boliye. Somebody can help her, no? Yes.
Hare Krishna Gurutanga Pranam. Prabhuji, first of all, I would like to express my gratitude. I came here with a bunch of questions and they were very beautifully answered by you. So thank you so much. But there is one doubt that I have that occurred during the lecture. Prabhuji, as you mentioned that we should not praise too much. But towards the end, you also mentioned that praising the Lord and His devotees helps clear all the sins. So, can you throw some light on what does this praise look like? What is the right way to praise?
Okay. We spoke about constructive criticism. We discussed about it. Criticism hai, lekin constructive. Similarly, this is also constructive praise. Artificial flattery is condemned. Yes? Constructive praise is fine. So, what do you mean by Sankirtana? We say, Sankirtana means glorifying the Lord. And Mahaprabhu told we have to do Sankirtana. Yes or no? It's glorifying the Lord. Right? At the same time, we have to glorify the devotee. It's a constructive way actually. It's not artificial, half-filled and empty, praise for the sake of, they generally, they do wow, ji huzur, not like that. Genuine praise is fine. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, 12:20. Okay, last question. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji and Mataji, myself Dhananjay. I'm from Maharashtra actually.
Hari Hari.
I want to add one line to all the lecture what you are doing on criticism. In Maharashtra, there is one phrase called "Nimra ke ghar asawe shezadi." Means whoever is doing the criticizing persons are there, they should be your neighbors. So if you take it positively, you can grow in your life. You can avoid your mistakes, whatever you are doing it. So that's the one good saying in Maharashtra.
Okay. What is that you are trying to convey?
No, just to add whatever the discussion we had, that there is one line from Maharashtra also.
Okay.
You take it positively and then grow.
Hari. Good that when you make me remember Maharaj, I remember Tukaram Maharaj. Sri Tukaram Maharaj ki jai. Because even Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj ardently used to follow Tukaram Maharaj. That was the greatness of the rulers there. Very nice. Hari. Any other comments? Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, you mentioned about criticism avoiding from our side, but how do we take the response of the criticism? Like, for example, we have been trying to do book distribution. Right? In one of the shop outside when we were standing, the owner came and said, "You are charging money for the books, which is very bad. These are all religious books. You should not charge and all. Should we just pack up and leave from that place, or should we respond?"
You have to respond. You have to respond. You have to respond. पूछो तुम्हारा चप्पल को कितना दिया? It's very imported, 400, 500, 1000. How much you are charging for Bhagavad Gita, which changes our life, which gives us peace, happiness? कितना है? 350, 400? पूरा हमारा जीवन हमारे साथ रहते हैं. बोलो थोड़ा रखो, रहना है, like that. We have to respond. Okay? Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, we always see devotees who are very humble. They praise for if we do small seva and those things. People, devotees who are very humble, they praise a lot for small seva also.
Okay.
They praise a lot. So is
Okay.
it
Constructive है ना? Constructive is okay, right? We talk about constructive criticism also. Constructive praise is also fine. It should not be empty, artificial praise. It should be genuine. अगर genuine आ रहा है, ले लो. Okay?
Prabhu, only one.
Okay. Yes, Mataji. She wants a mic.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, I wanted to understand that you said if somebody is criticizing, right, you do Dandavat and then you try to fly away from that situation. Let's say you are in a situation where somebody is sitting in front of you and criticizing you like anything. Your mind will say you have to give back. But you...
No, I didn't understand. You are sitting?
Let's say, when you said like somebody criticizing, you need to fly away from that scenario.
Better. Why to hear that?
Yes.
Krishna.
But then let's say you are sitting, of course it happened with me only. You sit in front of your boss and for an hour you just criticize him.
Okay.
How do you deal with that scenario? It will be a huge pain, but you have to sit there and you have to listen to it and you have to always...
You are talking about your corporate boss?
Yeah.
If he's a corporate boss, what can we do?
No, I'm just saying how to deal with it.
Huh?
I mean, not in terms of the job, but then, it pains, it lies for another 2 to 3 days. You try to deal with it, you try to forget about it. I try to chant Hari's name more.
Don't take it so seriously. Just try to work on whatever the feedbacks he gives. Just work on it and ensure that, it should cut down. His criticism should cut down. Your goal is to ensure all his criticism should decrease day by day. That's it. Because you're working there. You're working, you will have to exhibit Tarorapi Saishnana. What else we can do? Just tolerate. Just tolerate. What to do? Either if it is so bad, then you have to look for a new job. New job. मैं बोलता हूँ, इधर आप वेनिला देखा है, वहाँ स्ट्रॉबेरी बैठा है. बहुत अच्छा दिखता है. अरे बाबा क्या ग्रीन है देखो. हाँ क्या what is that forest? उडुपी का वेस्टर्न घाट्स फॉरेस्ट. अरे बाबा क्या अच्छा है देखो. वेस्टर्न घाट्स हमारा अश्विनी माता जी और हेगड़े प्रोफेसर फ्रॉम दैट रीजन. अरे क्या बहुत अच्छा है. अंदर जाओ, फॉरेस्ट के अंदर जाओ. So like that. Don't worry. Mataji, all glories to Maya Devi. The way she has designed this world, sit and analyze. The way she has designed. नौकरी है तो हेडेक, नौकरी नहीं है तो हेडेक, शादी नहीं हुआ हेडेक, शादी हो गई हेडेक, बच्चे नहीं हुआ हेडेक, बच्चे लोग को संभालना नहीं हो रहे हेडेक, वेल्थ है हेडेक, वेल्थ नहीं है पॉवर्टी हेडेक. So beautifully it is arranged, so beautifully arranged, even devotees misses out the words from Sri Krishna, Dukkhalaya Mashashvatam. It is full of dukkha and temporary, but we always aspire towards happiness and live ever after. Which is opposite to what the Lord is telling. ये क्या ऐसा बोल रहे हैं रविंद्र निताई प्रभु इधर आके कन्नमंगला, मैं क्या करूं कल से? You lead a normal life. Srila Prabhupada says, in the midst of this calamity, in the midst of this hopeless life, make Bhakti Yoga your outfit. Srila Prabhupada says, follow the 9 processes of bhakti very stringently. That will cut down the quantum of your dukkha or the miseries you are facing to the bare minimum. Bare minimum. By adhering to the principles of bhakti yoga very seriously, your quantum of dukkha, if it is 100%, that will reduce it to 5 or 10%. Achha hai na Mataji? Samjho from your boss, 10 thappad. By doing devotional service, you get 1 or 2 thappad. Which is better, Mataji? Huh? 1 or 2 is better, na? Hari bol. Bhakti yoga ki jai. Okay? That's all? Yes, I think Arjuna Prabhu wanted to speak. This is a holy dust from Navadvip.